Well, let me say, as a man do I, and I'm a time, and I'm say, oh, that is cunning in playing, and a mighty violent man, and a man of war, and prudent in matters. Look at when they found him, they got more than what they bargained for. They were looking for a man who was skillful, and they found all this thing. He was prudent. Have you ever seen somebody who looks very intelligent till you engage a person in discussion and you are disappointed? Beautiful face, but garbage has filled the brain. You have not people like that before. Have you ever met somebody who looks so nice when he was in performance, but when it came to personality, it was zero? Because most of the time, we equate performance with personality. Not every wearing cassock is a man of God. Some of them are juju men who don't have work wearing cassock. Hallelujah. Let me keep quiet before I say some things I don't want to say. Are you sure? I say all of them. What was I even saying? That you want me to say them? You want a nurse? Well, I was there to watch a nurse. And it brought me a lot. It taught me a lot of lessons. Some of the lessons I learned, I've already made them. Some of them I'm making them. Some of them I will make them. Hey! Don't say what you don't mean. Don't say, call me at 2 p.m. when you know in at 2 p.m. you won't be available to pick the call. What do you think? Hey! That's one of the lessons I learned when I watched. Oh! 3 p.m. give me a call. You know you won't pick. Why are you telling them? It borders on what I will share with you. Integrity. You want to work in the king's palace? You see money, you talk by heart. I'm telling you, I said you see money. I was having a meeting with some people, and I said, you see, you have not seen certain things. There are certain things when you see, it will let you say what you have never intended to say. And by the time you are done saying it, you find that, hey, so I'm not the one who really said that. Well, so I'll talk about the Anna's issue. People are asking me, Mazi, try to go to the churches. I said, really, I don't know. Because I don't work with him. But I think that would be a very dangerous venture to enter into it on every level. It would be a dangerous venture for him to enter. I don't know what he will want out of that. That would be very dangerous. Does it mean there's no rot in the church? There are a lot of rot in the church. A lot. But let me leave it. So let me close the service today by giving you. So that means that next week I have to come back and preach this message again. Because I need to learn. So how do we, what is the protocol that we can use to enter into greatness, enter into success when we enter into the life of great men and women? Number one, the protocol of being skillful and competent in what you do. The protocol of being skillful and competent in what you do. I had a Christian or a supposed Christian who used to work on one of my cars. And at times when we take the cars, it will take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and the car is not ready. And this Muslim guy, he will take the car 3 days, he will give us perfect services. I decided at that time to allow the Muslim guy to work on the car. because I don't like his religion, but I like his skill. I love the religion of the Christian, but I never loved his skill. And so in the world state, religion does not matter. We're about to start the World Cup. You will see that it will not be a matter of religion. It's a matter of who is skillful. You say, is he a Muslim? Is he what? So in the world stage, the easiest way to enter is to be skillful in what you do and be competent in what you do. As long as you can do what you do and do it very well, your skin color is not a problem. The school you attended is not a problem. Who you know is not a problem. Am I talking to somebody? They called for David because the guy was skillful. Can you operate in the king's palace? Can you get to the realm of fame and distinction? Do you have the skill we need for you to be there? Can you do the job very well? So if you are going to be skillful and competent, then be the best at your job. Because that is what will determine what will let people demand from you. It also means to be effective and efficient with what you do. Be very good at what you do, so much that you cannot be ignored. I don't know whether you have seen me prophesying before. At times I say, God, because you know, when I'm having meetings, I separate myself from all this Bangkok and all the people around. I want to be alone. I want to hear one word. When I hear it, I can now play. There are times we're going for meetings and I'm playing FIFA on my laptop. I mean, I was with Max Praise and I said today, I don't know what really is going on. I don't even have a message to preach. Whilst we're going, I was playing FIFA. Don't ask me a question. On my laptop. Then, when we got there, Max started singing. And that guy, he's something else. Max Praise, very anointed. He just had to correct one or two things. Just one or two. Just one or two. Hey! You know Max Praise? I'm telling you, very anointed. And the guy started singing. I took them. What happened in that service was something else. I did not prophesy. But by the time I was done, everybody was okay. The man of God kept telling me, that message, that message, that message, that message. Be good at what you do. You want to enter the world stage. Proverbs 22:29 from the New International Version. Do you see someone skilled in their work? They shall serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank. So the connection of the people around you is a direct reflection of how skillful you are. If you give me a rough picture of the people around you, I can tell you how skillful you are. From the New Living Translation, do you see any truly competent workers? They will serve kings rather than working for ordinary people. If you do your job well, you will work for a ruler and never be a slave. So if you are a slave, it means you are not doing your work very well. Show me someone who does a good job, and I will show you someone who is better than most and worthy of the company of kings. So you want to be in the palace? Learn how to be skillful and competent in your work. That is the first protocol. That was what gave Joseph access to the palace of Pharaoh. That is what people meet you and they need you because of the addition of the value you add to their life. I have a lot of fans, but few friends. Because if you are my friend, you cease adding value. Two things will happen. I drop you, or I separate myself. Well, I'll get there. Number 2, the protocol of using your gifts to turn questions into answers. Being gifted is not enough. People just don't celebrate gifts. They celebrate what the gift can do. So if you are intelligent, we thank God for your gift. If you are a good musician, we thank God for your gift. If you are gifted in any area, we thank you. But we will celebrate you when your gift is connected to how you turn questions into answers. When you are able to interpret the hard stuff in the life of people and help them to smile, that is when you'll be needed in the palace. No one employs you to come and sit down. They employ you to solve questions. So if you want to be invited to the palaces of life, learn how to use what you have to help other people to be far better than where they are. Do you know why you go to a medical doctor? Not because he has gone to medical school, because he can help you to be healed of your sickness. So going to medical school is not it. His ability to connect what he knows to solve problems. Poverty is a sure sign you are not solving enough problem. When you don't have enough money, it's because you have not solved enough problems. If you think I'm lying, ask the person sitting close to you. When you solve enough problem, you have enough money. Or it could also be that you are solving the right problem for the wrong people. When you solve the right problem for the wrong people, you will still be poor. Or you are solving the right problem at the wrong place. Imagine you want to sell Bible and you go to the mosque. Who will buy Bible at the mosque? So you want to solve a problem, but the place of choice is questionable. Or you are solving the right problem with the wrong presentation. What you know, what you have is not enough until you advertise it. So if we don't know what you can do, how do we come to you? David received the power of advertisement. So use your giftings, use your abilities to turn questions into answers, problem into solutions, and you shall be celebrated. Proverbs 18:16. New Living Translation. Giving a gift can open doors. It gives access to important people. So if you want to meet important people, use your gift. Use what God has given you. English Standard Version. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before the great. I came to this city with 60 persons. Everybody around me, I have never taken my phone once to call anybody. That I'm looking for you. No, it is not pride. I said it is not what? It is what I have. As I have never, anybody that I know, I have never taken, I want to meet this person. When your gift is in display, men will look for you. I said, when your gift is in display, do you know why Lionel Messi is Argentina or Brazil? Which? Argentina. He doesn't need to force himself on Argentina. I want to play for you. Because when you see his skill working, you call him. That's why when you see a medical doctor knocking at your door, please, are you sick? Be very careful. He might not be a medical doctor. That's why when you see a man who says, I'm a prophet, say, I have a word for you. Please be very careful. Me too. Come, I have a word for you. Be careful. He might be a scammer. As Christian Antichi says, these people were scammers. When you are good at what you do, people will notice it. But when people seem to force so you accept them, be very careful. I receive a lot of messages. Man of God, can you bring me to your church? That is the last time I will ever. Messages. Bring her. I get surprised. I should bring, I don't know where they had that mindset from. I won't bring you. I won't bring you. No matter, I won't bring you. Because I find out what you have is suspicious. What you have is Bible says, a man's gift makes room. So advertise your gift. We'll see. We'll come forward. Showcase it. We'll come forward. But to call, also, can you bring me to be a blessing to your people? If we know you'll be a blessing, we would have brought you. Am I talking to somebody? You don't need to tell me I should bring you so you become a blessing. If you want to be, why do you have to call me? Am I talking to somebody this morning? Number 3, okay. The protocol of being matured and being able to handle pressure. The fact that you feel it doesn't make it proper. So if you are still a boy, you can't succeed. I have said it here. How certain people brought me money. First, they gave me $30,000. Second, they promised me $700,000 for 5-minute prayer, less than 5-minute prayer. When I find out that the source was questionable, I ran away. You can't buy me with money. I like money. In case you don't know, I like money. I work very hard. I invest. I like money. Whenever I'm moving around, I'm thinking money. But you can't buy me with money. When I find out that the source was questionable, I ran away. Can you handle pressure? Are you a man? A man, a boy only think about today. He's not thinking about tomorrow. Are you taking decision based on today or based on tomorrow? There are some of you in certain relationship. It's because you are thinking about today. If you are truly thinking about tomorrow, you will break that relationship. A relationship with a Muslim, with an unbeliever, you are not thinking about tomorrow. You are not thinking about eternity. You are thinking about how you want to marry and have sex and make babies and have somebody to sleep beside you. After death, where will you be? Do you know what I'm telling you? Because you are planning or getting married to that Muslim before the end of the day. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just go ahead. You are not a man, you are a boy. A boy is somebody who gets to the traffic light and the light says red and he says I still want to go. You are a boy. You don't know, you don't have what it takes to wait. A boy is somebody who will be in church and say, God, I have served you all this year. What have you done for me? God, I'll give you 24 days. If you don't show up, I will show up. Show up. And they show up and they begin to lie. A boy is somebody who doesn't know that every day cannot be your time. Every day cannot be your time. But there is a day that is your time. A boy is somebody who cannot sit down for others to be celebrated. A boy is someone who believes if it is not about me, it is not good. You a boy. A boy or a girl is somebody who discusses people. You a boy. You a boy. Hey, girl, which is not here. So we go. So we've won. So he has won it for the past 3 months. How does it affect you? Show me where it affects you. Lift up your hands and say, we advise the person. As some men found. One of the things I saw when I watched was the evidence given. I believe that Anas and his co, they need to be fair and give us the full conversation. I believe they have to give us the full conversation. They will need full so we can make our judgment. But with what I saw, whatever our ex-FA president want to discuss had nothing to do with president. So how do you now say the president has sold all his house? Why? Did you want to know? It's not necessary. It wasn't necessary. I get what I'm saying. Some of you, they ask you, do you know Max Praise? Oh, Max, I know him, but you know that is that what we asked you? You were a boy. Let's stop all these childish things. You were a boy. Simple questions. Simple questions. You are talking about money. Take your money and leave. Take it and leave. Why do you want to disgrace our president? Why? Why? And what can discussion? Why? When you meet the president's family, they say, why? We don't want to know. It is football you want to discuss. Keep to it. So even as I'm also preaching, I have to keep to my message or I'm becoming a boy. Because you came here to preach the Bible. You did not come to preach Christianity. So stick to it. Don't be a boy. Am I talking to somebody? The protocol of being matured and being able to handle pressure. If you think that in the world stage, it is age that count, you have missed it. It is proven result. That's what 27-year-old boy will employ 71-year-old man. It is result. I cannot attend any church where I am older than the pastor. Look at your mind. Are you not older than Facebook? Are you not on them? Boys. The protocol of being mature and able to handle pressure. Because in the king's palace, there are things you hear. There are children around. Because it's a serious business. The second one is bedroom for procreation. Have you seen anybody going to make sure we live and carry children around? When you are mature, you understand when to say amen, when to keep quiet, when to laugh, when to smile, when to shout. If you think that every day is a day for shouting, one day I think we're here and everybody can do whatever as long as it's permissible. You can do whatever. And somebody was shouting and shouted, encouraged. We are done. He still shouting. I told him, stop it. You should go Navy. Your team, bear 40 minutes. You are sick. There is something wrong. Am I talking to somebody? Maturity is being disciplined. Knowing when to eat, when to invest. Knowing when to say no and when to say yes. Knowing when to sleep and when to work. To you, every day is sleeping time. Look at your life. How can you enter the world stage and make a difference? When you keep quoting to me, the average man must sleep 6 to 8 hours a day. Are you average? Maturity wants to let you know you don't need to work every day. There is a time for relaxing and for sleeping. Look at your face. You have not slept for the last 4 days. We look at you, we don't know what is wrong with you. What are you looking for? Sleep. Maturity is being able to stand what will kill everybody. Everybody goes through something. Mature men learn how to handle it. They don't run away. I believe everyone who is married here knows that marriage is not easy. I don't know about you. Certain things you think that everybody should understand, some people will not understand. Either the husband is not understanding or the woman is not understanding. But maturity, don't say, I will kill you. Why? Did you marry the person to kill? So I will end here because of that. But see, if we are going to enter the king's palace, we need to be matured. I have been there. First time I preached there are people. God tell me they should bring me money. Me, I call them, I say, I take it and I chop up. Oh, I preached for Reverend Steve Mensah. And somebody brought a brand new Land Cruiser. Tear rubber. And said that God said he should give it to me. I knew it wasn't the voice of God. Maturity. You think every good door is a God door. Enter. You think everybody sitting in church is a Christian? You'll be shocked very soon. You will be shocked very soon. Don't have that kind of mentality. Not all of us are Christians. Some people are spectators. They came to watch because they think we are displaying. That guy. Maturity. Maturity. God wants us to mature. I told you last week, Jesus said, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Not you shall tell the truth. Do you know why you lost the job? You keep on telling the truth. Keep telling. Keep telling the truth. You will see what you mean. Are you saying that we should not tell? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Jesus said, you shall know the truth. Debate me concerning. Did you see you shall tell the truth? You shall know the truth. So you saw your boss beating the wife. How does it concern what you are doing? So that truth is not for telling. It's for just knowing. You keep quiet. Because whether he beat the wife or not, it will not affect your work. They won't reduce your salary. Another truth, you come to church. The person sitting beside you has worn that shoe since the beginning of the year. That truth, we don't say it, you keep it. Because when you say it, what will it do to you? But someone is stealing in church. That truth, you have to say it. Am I telling the truth? So, you need to learn the difference. In no maybe one can be ANC. F.A.O. Obina why not say she will not bath for 3 days. How do you go about it? Have you seen this, brother? You know, we are friends, so for the last 3 days he has not taken. How will it affect you? A lot of people have gotten into problems because they felt like they are compelled to tell the truth. When you work in the King Palace, you'll be privy to a lot of information. But they are not for your mouth discussion. Now, the president's residence or where the president is staying, is the truth you say? You know it by virtue of privilege. You keep quiet. Am I talking to you? Some of you are big mouth. That's why I say when you get close to great men, they sack you. And you think that you are not so. You have a big mouth. What is that? Oh, you know, I'm with the president now. We are going to Dubai. From Dubai, we'll go here. Who told you that? My wife knows that there are certain things I will never share with her. She knows. I made them plain from the beginning. And the two shall be one. We are one. But I'm still Bernard. You are Mimi. So there are things I will never tell you. What are the things I will not tell? If you confide in me, how do I tell her? When you confided in me, what I can handle by virtue of what I do as a prophet, I'll be able to handle it. She might not be able to handle it. There are things people tell her. I tell her for the sake of confidentiality. Don't let me know. Keep it. If the people say they want me to know, then I know. Why? That truth is not for saying. People come to discuss other issues. Oh, well, we know we just spoke. It's about issues they are going through. And I said, okay, fine. No. You have to tell me. I am the man of the way. Keep quiet. If your wife or your husband is a medical doctor, when he comes home, tell him to tell all the people who have diabetes, all those who have HIV, all those who are about to die in the next 3 months, what she will tell you. So that truth, you know it, you don't say it. I went to see my doctor, and he did certain things, and I wanted him to just let my wife know whatever. He said no. He said no. If I bring him, fine. But for him to do that, no. It goes against his ethics. I say, wow. So he knows the truth. He's not telling it. He's keeping it. May the Lord bless us. May the Lord cause us to grow. May the Lord give us understanding. As God usher us to places of power, places of responsibility, may we mature in our thinking. May we mature in our mouth. May we mature in what we say. In the mighty name of Jesus, I bless you and I release you to the place of power. In Jesus' name. Give the Lord a mighty clap offering.
Your love is going. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. Your love is kind. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy.
So before we go offline, this evening is June edition of Strictly Prophetic. It's going to be very amazing and very awesome. So I want to invite all our online viewers to be online, and those who are close to Accra to visit us this evening for Strictly Prophetic June edition. Can you please take your offering if you have an offering for the Lord? If you have an offering for the Lord, take that